Hello, YouTube. I am Millennium X17, Nick from upstate New York. We're gonna start we're at least gonna try something out here. It's a soapbox. It's not gonna be limited just to video games, and like I said in my channel update, I'm not going to specifically guarantee one every week. If a week goes by and nothing strikes me as something that I need to rant about, I won't. So we're gonna try to be weekly. Right now, though, I have one to do right now. And before I get started here, I tend to talk fast when I get going into a subject, especially the one that I'm passionate about. So I'm gonna try to slow myself down a little bit and try to talk very clearly because the subject matter is well, it is controversial. It is a little heavy. Right now, earlier was it this week or last week? Last week, Medal of Honor came out, the new reboot from EA, and the Taliban is no longer in the multiplayer. So what happened was, I believe, like 2 weeks before to a week before the game's release, the United States Army said that they're not going to carry it on any of their game stuffs because they feel that that might upset some of the family members that have family members that have served in the military and or lost their lives. And so they were going to, in respects that they're not going to hold the game on their bases. So then within a couple of days thereafter, EA immediately said, oh, we're just going to pull the Taliban out of the multiplayer and we're going to change them to the opposing forces, which is OPFOR. And what I'm worried about is that, first off, I've heard arguments from both sides of the equation that, you know what, EA did the right thing and they should have known better ahead of time. And the other argument is that they should have stick to their guns and kept with it. I'm in the latter argument. It's called freedom of speech, for fuck's sakes. I don't understand why they folded. And the exacting reason is because it's exactly like actions like this when all of a sudden public opinion gets in the way of a company's image that they immediately just fold. That's one of the immediate reasons why the video game industry is having such a hard time getting recognized as a mainstream form of entertainment like books, movies, CDs, theater, what have you. The fact that something might be controversial shouldn't immediately cause a company to back off. It's a game, okay? If it offends you, don't play it. Flat out, it wouldn't have bothered me either which way. I don't support terrorism in any way, shape, or form. But so, like I said, it's a game. Get over it. If it offends you, get out. Straight up. But the fact that EA folded so quickly is exactly what all the anti-video game protesters have. That's just another cannon fodder in their cannon to just start firing back at the games industry. It it pisses me off because they were told I'm not going to say they're in the right, but they were doing something. They were respecting the subject matter to which they were portraying. You know, by having the actual military force that this conflict in Medal of Honor in Afghanistan shows, they were giving respect to the actual content. The fact that they backed off, I find to be more offensive. And it's not just Medal of Honor, but another game fell victim to the exact same thing. 6 Days in Fallujah is the exact same thing. The exact same situation. It has nothing to do with the Taliban, but it was for Operation Iraqi Freedom, I believe, when the military raided Fallujah in Iraq. The I can't remember the exact story, but Marines that were working with a game developer for training simulation or something along those lines got deployed to Fallujah, came back, told the developer their story, and the developer said, "Wow, this is an amazing story. We must tell this." So they came out with they developed all the way up through the, and I'm getting interrupted. Oh, okay, and we're back. And I hate getting interrupted, and my train of thought was lost, so I have to edit now. Lovely. 6 Days in Fallujah. They the Marines told their story to the developer, and the developer, like I said, wow, this is an amazing thing. So they developed the game all the way up through to the beta phase. They brought it to Konami, and Konami said, yeah, we'll publish this game. This is amazing. They had it at their one of their press conferences, and within, I think, like the immediate public backlash within 2 days, like, oh well, we're not gonna publish the game flat out. The end result is that I can't remember the studio's name, but they're bankrupt right now. They have a completed game. They, after Konami dropped it, they completed it all the way up through the end. It's done, ready to be published. Konami dumped them. They're out of money, and they're pretty much probably going to shut down. I don't think they've done so yet, but I haven't checked. But this is one of the many tragedies that public opinion versus a company's image that gets in the way. When I first heard about 6 Days in Fallujah, I was excited to play the game because I'm a story buff. I really, really love a good story, and this one just struck me as, oh, this is going to be amazing. I'm going to see what these people had to go through, and it's like things like that where a company's more worried about their image than maybe doing something maybe a little bit controversial. It gets under my skin. It really does. EA did back off for the Taliban, like I said, opposing forces. The U.S. Marines came back, and or the U.S. Army came back and later said that they're still not going to hold it on their bases, though. Which is like, why did you bother in the first place if they're not going to hold it? Anyways, I think that was their whole objective. Oh no, we're going to have to get it on the militaries, and then the U.S. Army doesn't anyways. It's like, it's that exact reason why the video games industry has such a hard time gaining a foothold. And in closing, I'd like to say that one company that I have a high respect for is Rockstar, and Take-Two Interactive is their publisher. How would the games industry look if Rockstar and Take-Two fell to public opinion when it came to Grand Theft Auto 4? Anybody? How would the games industry look if that game didn't come out? That game is controversial. That game is the centerpiece to everyone's anti-video game argument. But it's an amazing game. It tells a story. And like I'm saying, it's not... Sometimes taking a little heat and putting out a controversial game does better for the medium in a long run. And my comparison to this to a movie is Inglourious Bastards by Quentin Tarantino. Takes a very controversial subject in World War II, Nazi Germany and Hitler, and pretty much takes what happened and said, you know what, we're not going to do that. We're going to alter history and trap Hitler in a movie theater and shoot him and all of his upper-ranking soldiers, which, while I'm pretty sure everyone has thought to have done that at one point in time, I mean, it was a horrible... The whole Holocaust is horrible. It's almost beyond humanity, but the fact that the movie takes what actually happened and said, you know what, we're not going to hold respect to what actually happened, and we're just going to change it to what we would like to have seen happen. How is that not more offensive than having the respect of having the honest military force in a game that it's representing? I find it to be, it blows my mind. It really, truly does. And I don't have the right answer. I don't claim to, but someday, and I hope soon, the video game industry will grow a set of balls and maybe grow up a little bit.